Okay, so I do believe in life that really and truly, especially when it comes to mattresses, there is no such thing, in my honest, that one size fits all. Huh? Jan, what on earth are you talking about today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More Jan channel. I want to talk to you today about my personal experience with a memory foam mattress that never really happened. Huh? It did happen, but I didn't get to use it because it's a little bit of a story. By choice, I didn't use it. All right. So, ever have like your favorite bed with your favorite broken in by your own body mattress, like it's just perfect for you? It may be a little old, a little weathered, you sort of like baby it and try to keep it as nicely as possible and until you can't really use it any longer. Well, that's the case for me, but I could still use it any longer, and I am continuing to use it any longer. Because I had an experience with ever see those memory foam mattress type things that they come delivered in a box, okay? I'm not going to give away the company name, but this was my experience. So just for the heck of it, I didn't pay for it. It was gifted to me. It was actually a gift to me. So when I pulled it out of the original box, it was still rolled up, like in a roll, like you ever see like a rug that's rolled up and standing up. That's the way it was. And it had very heavy, heavy duty plastic around it. I was not in a mad rush to make the swap out because I really loved the comfortability of my present bed. I really did, and still do. So so I let this thing. I put it in I call it, my stockpile room. So my stockpile room is like a very multifunctional. I could turn it into a guest bedroom. I could turn it into an office. I could just leave it alone as my grocery stockpile room. So I love having that spare room for that. Okay, to interchange it. So I had nowhere to put this mattress in a box wrapped in heavy plastic thing. So it was just like standing in the corner, not bothering anyone. And a few days ago, literally last Sunday, I was in my grocery stockpile room trying to rearrange the shelves a little bit to make it, more neater to my standards. Anyway, and I'm looking at that thing in the corner, rolled up. Now it's been rolled up, standing in the corner for a few weeks. I didn't think anything of it. So I'm looking at it. I said, Jan, is that your imagination? Or is that rolled up thing standing against the wall, looking like it's a little fatter? Like nothing earth shattering, not at all, but just a little wider, a little thicker. And then I said, nah. And then I shook my head. I says, nah, it's probably your imagination. And I went along on my merry way. Well, the next day, I thought I heard a funny sound, but around here, there's always funny sounds. So I'm kind of immune to funny sounds, right? So I just happened to go into my stockpile room and I jumped back in shock. That thing unraveled itself and it grew. I'm like, what the heck? What? What on earth is going on? Listen, when you take it out of the box, even though I never unpeeled the wrapper, all I did was take it out of the box and let it stand. Now, it was standing for about, I would say, a good 4 weeks. And I kept, playing that game, the round to it game. When I get a round to it, I'll see if I like this mattress or whatever. A round to it. Didn't cost me a cent, so I'm fine with that. It was gifted to me. That person didn't want it for whatever the reason. I don't know. Don't ask. I have no idea. So, okay, make a long story short, I said, well, now that it pretty much exploded, but not exploded, it just broke away and it grew. And then as a couple days went by, it got thicker and fatter. I don't like it was like watching a horror movie, actually, because it appeared out of nowhere. It was just like standing rolled up in a corner. And then all of a sudden, it started to get a little fatter. Then the next day was unpeeled as a mattress standing up. It was actually pretty hilarious. It really was hilarious. Oh my word. So anyway, so I said, let me do the swap out. And this was I literally tried to swap it out about 2 hours ago, because you're hearing this on Saturday. What is today's date? Today is August 2. So you're going to hear this on August 9th. So on Saturday, August 2, which is the present moment of now, at about the unearthly Saturday morning hour of about 10 minutes to 7, I got ambitious. I said, let me see this mattress, how this mattress is going to work. Let me tell you something. I was not pleased. I did all that moving around, swapping out, changing sheets, this, that, So I put it on top of, my original, box spring, and it was, number one, way too high. I am not the tallest person on planet Earth. If you ever stood me up next to my grandson, you'd say, OMG. It's like I have to look up, okay? I'm not going to lie. I'm pushing only about 5'2", 5'3", all right? So I I am totally not a tall person at all, whatsoever. So don't even think of asking me to take groceries off the top shelf in the grocery store for anyone. I would need like a boost to reach it. Anyway, just saying the truth, not a tall person. So I could not even jump high enough to sit on top of this thing. And then when I finally got on top of that mattress, I felt like I was sitting on a marshmallow or melting bubble gum. What? Yes. It was the most uncomfortable thing ever. Brand new, very nice thoughtfulness of the other person. Hey, you know what? I'm going to have to re-gift it to someone who enjoys memory foam. I am not going to risk. See, the mattress that I currently have and have had for quite a while is, good quality, well-known company, had for a while. And for my height, I don't have to like jump on top of it just to go to sleep. This is crazy. Okay, so I don't know. So it was just awful. Anyway, I said, Jen, you did all that work for nothing. But here's where I was really, really glad. And this is why I'm telling you this silly story, but it wasn't silly to me. It cost me 2 hours' time. I hate wasting time. I really do. I dislike wasting time. I could waste money once in a while and get it back, but I cannot regain my time back, as all of us know. All right, none of us could do that. So I said, oh no, there's no way this is going to work. So then here's where the frugal side of me was so glad. I am so glad that I didn't presume that just because this item was brand new, that I would like it, that it would work out. No. I kept my original mattress. No, the one that's been serving me well for a number of years. If you keep it good, it'll do you good. So I just, cleaned it up as usual, vacuumed it, and put it right back where it belonged. And then when I went back on it, I said, you've only been gone 2 hours, but I missed you. So I went back on it to make sure everything was the way I liked it. My original mattress. So I'm going to, and I plan to gift this mattress to someone. It was never used. So somebody here locally that could use it, and so on and so forth. But keep in mind, if you try something new, don't right away throw away the old. That's the whole basic thing I'm trying to say on this message, okay? As a frugal thought, don't right away until you, especially your bed, until you absolutely know in advance. And that's really the gist of this crazy message on this Saturday. I'm tired already. Gee, what a nice idea. Maybe, just maybe, I'll go back to my original bed and take a little nap. I was glad to see it back in its original form. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. Moral of the story, keep your stuff until you're absolutely sure you like the new thing. Try it out. You don't like it? Well, you can re-gift it to someone else or sell it or whatever you want to do with it. All right, everybody, have an amazing, fantastic day. Thank you so much for being here, and I do appreciate everybody's time. Take good care of yourself and your amazing family. Super chats are forever, ever, and ever appreciated. Thank you.